Hey guys, next lesson here is 1.5, and I didn't put on your paper that it is notes and must do, so if you can fix that, that would be great. So the midpoint is, we've got a midpoint formula, so let's talk about this. You've been using this for a little bit. If you've got a segment and right in the middle, doesn't look like I wrote it in the middle, but it is. In geometry, we don't judge things based on what they look like. We judge on what we're told. So the midpoint would be here, directly in the middle. And the way that we write that to say that segments are congruent is to put this little hash mark on it. That means this would be like, if C is our midpoint, then I would say segment AC, segment because it has the line on the top, congruent to segment CB. So if we have actual coordinates, like, for example, two different points on your plane. X1 is just talking about the first X value. And then X2 over here is the second X value. And then we have Y1 and Y2. So you don't do anything with these little subscripts. That's just indicating which one is which. The first X value and the first Y value, and so on. So the midpoint formula looks like this. Basically, we are adding together the two X values and then dividing by 2. Now this is a comma in the middle to say like the X value, comma, Y value for your ordered pair. Then we'll come down here and do some examples. So find the midpoint of GH, given that G is 7, -5, so I'm going to call this X1, Y1, and H is 9, -1. So X2, Y2. So for midpoint, I'm just going to say the two X values added together, 7 plus 9 divided by 2. Whoops. And then that should be a comma there because it's one pair. We're going to end up with 1 point. So then we're going to have the Y values added together. So plus -1. I'll write it like that for now. So then we're going to have 9 plus 7, 16 divided by 2 for the X value, comma, -5 minus 1 or plus -1 is -6. So I can say my ordered pair is 8, the 16 divided by 2, comma, -3. That's the midpoint, the point directly between the two. So the idea is you've got, a segment with these two different points that are named, and we're just averaging the two essentially and getting a point left over. Let's do this one. I'll do it in red, if it will let me. There we go. So midpoint here, I've got A and B. So -7 is the first X value, plus 3, divided by 2. I did it again. Needs to be a comma there. Doesn't really hurt anything, but at the end you need to have 2 points. Then we've got 4 plus -4, which is -4, divided by 2. So -7 plus 3 is -4, divided by 2. 4 minus 4, we've got 0, divided by 2. So our final point is -2, 0. That's the midpoint. So now we're going to do something called finding a missing endpoint. So here we're going to find the coordinates of A if M is the midpoint of AB and B has these other coordinates. So it's something like this. If I draw a segment and here is my midpoint, to say these two sides are congruent, we're trying to find the coordinates of A, which is the missing endpoint. And we're going to call the midpoint right here M, point M. And point M is at -1, 2. And then B is down here, and it is 3, -5. So if you look at our midpoint formula up there, we had x1, y1. So that's what this is going to be, because we don't know what the first point is, x1, y1. That's what we're trying to find. So here we're given the answer that we had above. So that's like the midpoint, what we were calculating. We're already given that. So we're going to say the midpoint is -1, 2, and that equals x1 plus 3. So adding the two together, the first one just being x1 because we don't know what it is. Then divide by 2. And the other one is y1, and that's plus -5, so it's -5, also divided by 2. So if we go ahead and just multiply by 2, because both of those are done that way, we're going to have -2, 4 as my ordered pair, and x plus 3, and then y1 minus 5. So we can look at these separately. There's our x, so -2 equals x1 plus 3. Subtract 3 from both sides. And then we have -5 for x1. On the other hand, I've got this value equals 4. So 4 equals y1 minus 5. Add 5 to both sides. And I'm going to get 9 equals y1. So my ordered pair there is going to be the x value first, -5, then the y value, 9. So go ahead and do this one, and then you can come and check your answer with me, the next one, to see if we've got it. So it's, again, the midpoint. So we're finding the coordinates of J, missing endpoint. If we've got JL, and K is right here. So see if you can figure this one out. So this is x1, y1, and then we'll have, this one is -8, 6. Actually, I'm going to put it on here, but see if you can pause the video and calculate it. Okay. The video there. Might be able to later. All right. Now, more practice with algebra. So we have P is the midpoint of XY. So let's draw a diagram and label it. So this is XY. And it says P is the midpoint. So XP is 8x minus 2. PY is 12x minus 30. Find the value of x. Okay, so if this is a midpoint right here, these two sides are congruent. So we say 8x minus 2 equals 12x minus 30. Then I've got my equal sign right here in the middle. So I can't simplify anything on the left or the right. I can just now try to solve the equation by getting the x's on the same side So that is -2 equals 4x minus 30. Then I'm going to add 30 to both sides. And I get 28 equals 4x. Then we have to divide by 4 because it is multiplied. X is multiplied by 4. So x equals 7. And last but not least, I have G is the midpoint of FH. So here's G, got all this commotion in the background. Life at home. So here I've got the midpoint. This is equal to this. So FG is 14x plus 25. GH, 73 minus 2x. So again, we're going to set these two equal. So I don't have anything to simplify on either side of the equation. Remember, before you do this, you actually have to have an equal sign in the middle. So we've got 16x plus 25 equals 73. So 16x, let's see what this is. So 13 minus 5, we've got 8, and then 6 minus 2 is 4. Divide both sides by 16, and x equals 3. And that is all.